Alright boys, this is it. This is the final build for the Dragoon Prank Kids. You're gonna love it. And if you don't like Dragoon and Prank Kids, I'm gonna show you why it's good. You think you're running bricks, and sometimes they are bricks, but they're acceptable bricks because you can shuffle them out of your hand, you can replace them. I think it's fine. I've run into these cards in my hand, and I didn't care. I really just didn't care. It's mostly the Red Eyes Fusion that you care about, is if you start with that in your hand, it kind of gets you salty, but you know, it's very rare, and I can show you some hands where it does happen, and I still have some pretty darn good moves. So we're going to start with looking at the parallel exceeds to chain block your Link 1. When your Pranky gets into the graveyard for Meow Meow, you can activate him as chain 2 to keep them from ashing you. It's really useful. And the parallel exceeds is really nice in this deck because the extra bodies just let you access your toolbox extra deck, and you can pretty much make every card in your extra deck when you're playing this deck. I don't think there's a single card in here where you just can't make it while you're playing. I think you'll run into a situation where every card can be summoned, not all at once, but you'll have the option to use your entire extra deck, which is cool. We max out on the Prank Kids themselves. Then we move on to the extender, Instant Fusion. You want Rocket Ride with that. I have 1000 as restrict in the side deck just in case. I feel like he'll be a good swap. You know, you pull out Masquerena, or maybe you're siding out Dragoon. You don't feel it's going to be good in the matchup. We run 2 polymerizations. I like these cards. They're just as good as Pandemonium, if not better, because of the lockout restriction. Pandemonium is sweet. I might reduce it to 1 and run another polymerization. I'm not quite sure. I like having 2 in the deck because I search for this card only or send it. You know, it's very rare you start with it. And same with the polymerization. You know, it's rare you start with it. And then Thunder Dragon Fusion. This card's amazing. You can just go through your entire Link combos without worrying about your resources because you'll get Batter Butler no matter what. That's what's cool about this card. And then on your next turn, you'll have an additional search for this guy, which gives you a new play, which is really, really good. This card is really good for recursion and extending. Honorary Prank Kid place. I think your opponent should out this card as fast as they can. It pretty much puts you in a constant winning state when you're playing the game. Summoning the monsters constantly puts you ahead of your opponent, and after 1 or 2 turns while this is on the field, your opponent's monsters are going to get really weak. It's like, it's almost comparable to Apocalypse when you're True Draco Apocalypse. The longer this is on the board and the longer you're playing the game, the more likely the monsters your opponent's investing into are going to be pathetic, and your silly little prank monsters are going to have become like 2k beaters, while their like Link 4s have like 2000 attack, which is really silly. Imperms for going second or first, very good card. Always use it. And then we're running 2 Battle Butler because you can summon 2 sometimes, which is awesome. Dragoon, obviously, Extender Rocket Ride, Mech Crusade Abramax for dinos, or any other deck that has really powerful boss monsters. Rip Roaring Oster for back row decks, or cards that are, decks that rely on certain field spells or back row to continue playing. Access Code Talker to clean up the board and end the game. Apollosa, I rarely make her. I don't think she's that good in this deck, honestly. I might cut her, but having the option to go into a Fornegate is really good against decks like Burning Abyss and other heavy combo decks, but yeah, I don't know. I might not run her anymore. I don't know what to do, so I'll be thinking about replacing her. Doodle Doo, really good card. Probably your best card for finishing up your combos. Your opponent is probably going to try to ash this or imperm him whenever they can. Getting him impermed sucks really badly, but sometimes it doesn't matter, which is cool because you have Thunder Dragon Fusion in your hand. And they might have saved their Ash Blossom for this, and it could have been a mistake because the state of your hand, it didn't require him to do anything. Bow Bark, I don't really sit on him too often, but he's good to extend if you need a certain Prank Kid color on the field and you don't have him yet, or you ended on Doodle Doo and you messed up and you summoned the blue guy when it should have been the red guy. Now you can go into the Pyro Bow Bark and summon out a new prank kid and fix up your board. That's what I usually use them for, and it's not a good crutch, but it's a good recovery tool if you make an error. IP Masquerena, I don't really use her quick effect too often. In fact, I just kind of go into her and then Abramax. It's kind of my like link climb. Anaconda, obviously we know what this is for, but you can use it on Thunder Dragon Fusion if you can't make Dragoon for some reason, and you can make another Butler. Just hop into Protoplant, shoot this bad boy out. Okay, standard. We're gonna just normal this guy. Summon Meow Meow. Effect of red to burn. Special summon green. We're gonna activate chain 1, chain 2, and so we don't really need Pandemonium. What we can do is make Dragoon. Let's do that actually. So we'll send her. I'll special summon him. And then we'll take this card. We're taking this card just so we have more fuel. I'm gonna take green. Okay. So far so good. Polymerization is going to be awesome here, guys. Rockeride is the best card in Prank Kids, straight up. Best card in the deck. This card is so good. It's stupid good. We're not gonna do that. Oops. It's alright. See, I messed up. Let's get back our board here. Look how it doesn't matter. I for some reason thought I didn't use my buddy here. There we go. Very nice, boys. Let's see what we end up with. I'm telling you guys, this is really good. This is really good. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's try a new one. Okay, this hand's pretty darn good too. We don't have any protection though. That's what sucks. So if we get ashed here, that's the end of the road. But we do have an ash of our own. These things happen sometimes. You can't expect to have 2 negates and 2 full combos every opening hand. Let's get rid of that. Ooh. It's still okay, baby. It's still okay. It's still okay, guys. Nothing matters in this deck. Bad hands? Who cares, boys? Who cares? There's no such thing as a brick. No such thing, boys. I'm telling you. I'm just gonna send another. I think I'll just send place. That way we can pick it up later. I think we used everybody but Dropsies. I know we did right here. So that's everybody, which is cool. No big deal. We're locked into Prank Kids right now, which I am okay with. Now what happened to our starting hand compared to our end board? This is fantastic, guys. Look at this. We got another search for another Prank Kid next turn on top of our Roxy's. We can still go into Dragoon if we need to. Just straight up play that card next turn if we want to automatically win. If they don't clear this, we have 4 board wipes, or monster wipes, 4, and this will protect on our opponent's turn from, it'll protect our prank kids from card destruction, which is amazing. And then when he goes to the graveyard, I'm adding back 2 prank kids. It's so good, guys. We got Ash Blossom in hand too. Let's check out a new one. Last test hand, and then I'll post, or I'll let it run without my commentary. And just watch some combos. Look at these. I know, I'm glad that it's these kind of hands that you're seeing, because these are the hands that are discouraging, and I'm showing you what you can do with a hand bricked up by this. It's completely fine, guys. Completely fine. Now, if you want Nibiru protection, you can go into Trap Tricks with this little summon here, which is nice if you're afraid of it, which I think it'll be. Nibiru is going to be a lot more dangerous post-December, so that might be the way to go from now on. So we're going to summon out. Okay, guys. I think we can get some crazy stuff going here. But we're going to probably want fuel for Dragoon, so we won't do that. I was thinking about making 2 Battle Butlers in the Dragoon, but I'd rather have the recursion of this card. We don't need to win that hard. Okay, we haven't burned him yet. Let's go into Bow Bark. Wait, no. Yeah, let's go into Bow Bark. Easy, boys. Look at that. From that hand that was looking kind of gross. Look at what we're making. Look what the hell we're making here. This is amazing, guys. Look at this board. We go over the side deck real quick. We got Nibiru's, self-explanatory. This for the swap for an extra deck. Back row clear, Dark Ruler. The deck's amazing when there's no interaction by your opponent, and Twin Twisters for back row removal. The deck plays like almost like you wouldn't even know this card's on the field. Only can be one is great. Imperial Order is great too. Alright guys, thanks for watching my video. I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. I'm gonna upload another video today of me just playing through the deck, just test hands. At the end of the video I'll show how you can get some of my tokens that I hand make. I think you guys will really like them. Thanks.